All right. Um, this is in addition to the small garden #1 video. Um, what you see here is up here, the round thing. They call that a bulb. And you see these little small things that you can separate these small things from the bulb. Each section is called a clove. And anyway, this is a garlic bulb, and this is a garlic clove. I just wanted to fill you in on this because you understand what I'm talking about in the video a little bit better, in case you don't know this. The next thing is this is a chive. It looks like grass, right? Well, it's green. Okay, and these are the flowers. If you're going to actually use these chives, you want to cut them near the bottom before the flowers, before these things, these purple things, even start showing up. Because the longer you wait, this little green stuff will actually become a little bit harder, and it won't be as easy to chew. So you get it when it's small before these come out, and you chop it. You can cut it up into smaller pieces, and you can freeze it or you can dry it. I'm storing as much as I can for it's good for meals in the winter. Many different types of foods such as chili, omelets, meatloaf. I used garlic and onion chives in the meatloaf, the video that I put on there real quick. And the garden, by the way, the one you just saw, if you watched the video, it's, I'd say, I don't know, was it 10 by 10? If you kind of measure it together, if you kind of like, you say 10 feet across, 10 feet one way and then 10 feet the other way, I'd say about between 10 and 12 feet each direction if you kind of made it that way. It's not really big, but you can do a lot with it, especially if you like herbs. Now, herbs, people don't know what they're talking about usually. I have found, it seems, when you talk about herbs and spices. I'll tell you the difference. This is what I get out of it. A spice is something you grind up into a powder, such as pepper has been grounded up into a powder, so it's a spice. A chive like this, it's not going to be grounded. It's not going to be ground into a powder. It's going to just be cut. So it's an herb. Parsley is just cut. It's an herb. Oregano is just cut. It's an herb. If it's a spice, it can be made into a powder. If it's not made into a powder, it's called an herb. That's the definitions which I've kind of looked at. Some people call everything an herb. So they'll call pepper an herb, whatever. But I think pepper is a spice because it can be ground up into a powder. And sometimes people might even take a chive, for example, and try to dry it and then grind it up into a powder. I guess you can call it a spice then too. But if it's not normally ground up into a powder, I believe it's called an herb. And when it normally is ground up into a powder, it's called a spice. Just wanted to get those definitions straight for you guys. That's it. I hope you had a good time learning some stuff maybe.